Outlander is not a show that is afraid to show people or violent scenes. Heughan has been a co-lead on Outlander since its first season in 2014. His contract said that he had to film scenes, but he didn't think he had to be fully naked for the particular scene. Heughan's Jamie Fraser was abused by Jonathan Randall, Tobias Menzies' character, in the controversial scene. Heughan says that the scene would have been handled differently today. Starting us off, Sam Heughan argued against being in Outlander Season 1 scene. Sam Heughan didn't like being naked in the infamous scene from the first season of the romance fantasy Outlander. Heughan plays the main character, Jamie Fraser, which first aired in 2014. There have now been 6 full seasons. Starz has renewed Outlander for a 7th season, but they haven't said much about what will happen in the upcoming season yet.
You are coming back for Season 7, yes!
There will be a Season 7.
Starz has said that Season 7 of Outlander will have 16 episodes, but Heughan has hinted that there will actually be 18. Outlander is well known for its scenes and as well as for its acting, costume, and set design, for which it won an Emmy. Even though Outlander may not compare to something like Game of Thrones, it still has a fair number of scenes like this. Heughan's contract famously requires him to film naked scenes, which he's done since Season 1. When Outlander Season 1 came out, one scene in particular shocked people. This was the scene where Jamie is raped by Blackjack Randall after being held captive and tortured.
I know you can do better.
The scene is brutal and doesn't hide how disturbing it is. Even though the scene was filmed years ago, Heughan can still remember his conversation with the Outlander team about how graphic it would be to show his body. Insider says that in his new book, Waypoints, My Scottish Journey, Heughan says that he didn't think the scene should require him to show his skin to the camera. Heughan instead found that being sexualized a horrible experience, rather than making it scarier. So Heughan pushed back, and in the end, he and the creative team decided that Jamie's naked body would be shown after the scene, not during it. The team decided that explicit shots would be left on the cutting room floor. During post-production, Heughan writes about his point of view and says, "I didn't think that being naked would make what Jamie goes through in the castle dungeon as punishment, subjugation, and humiliation any scarier. I pushed back, saying that my character's horrible experience was being turned into a sexual one by his nakedness. This caused a big argument. All productions involve creative conversations. Good art is made by asking questions about the truth, and we all want to get it right. Things are different now. The shot wasn't necessary, and it made me a little less confident in the creative team. We can imagine what the characters go through without seeing the horror. The power of the mind is much greater." Why Heughan was right about Outlander's scene. The last thing Heughan said is especially true in this time. This scene from Outlander was filmed more than 8 years ago. At the time, there was a very different way to talk about assault and how actors were treated on set. The first season of Outlander came out before the #MeToo movement got going. This was before many women accused Harvey Weinstein of misconduct. Since then, the needle has moved even more, and now people are talking about the ethics of consent when there's intimacy on screen. Earlier this year, actor Sean Bean caused a stir when he questioned why Game of Thrones needed an intimacy coordinator. Most people have spoken out against Bean, though, and instead support safety and consent in scenes on screen. Since Heughan had to film these scenes for Outlander, these changes already show that the rules have changed. Some shows, like House of the Dragon, have started to make changes, like showing fewer scenes that use the women in the show for their own benefit. This is different from Game of Thrones, which often has plots that involve violence against women. Maybe the next season of Outlander will also stop showing scenes that are too graphic and only shows scenes when they are important to the story. At the very least, the Outlander prequel series can try not to make the same mistakes as Season 1.
Take your pleasure and be done with it.
Next up, Outlander's Jamie Fraser Sam Heughan says he would never ask for money as fans get scammed. Sam Heughan, who is 42 years old, has seen fake accounts pretending to be him. Some fans say they have been tricked into giving away their money. This week, the actor put out a warning on Instagram, telling his fans what to watch out for so they don't get taken advantage of. Sam has had so much trouble with fake accounts that he has made a highlight story on his Instagram where he flags any fake accounts he finds. He started adding to this list almost 2 years ago, and now that the scams are getting worse, he has sent out the same warning again. Sam wrote on his story, "Please be careful on social media. So many con artists. I won't contact you on Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, Google Hangout, etc. and ask for money. If it can't be proven, it can't be me." The famous person also said that his family, agent, publicist, and other people who know him would never ask for money. The actor from Outlander has a lot of fans. Just on Instagram, 3.8 million people follow him. But the actor's fans aren't just being targeted on one social media site. Sam talked about about 2 Instagram accounts and 1 TikTok account that were pretending to be him. The bio for the TikTok account said, "This account is officially open for Outlander Season 6. In January of this year, the actor also made it clear that he has never used any messaging apps like WhatsApp. Some of Sam's fans have been tricked into thinking they were talking to the real actor because of these accounts. Scammers have targeted the Outlander star's fans. This isn't the first time Heughan has warned his fans about fake accounts on social media that pretend to be him or a member of his team. In November of 2021, when it came out that at least 2 women had been scammed by people pretending to be Heughan, he sent out a similar message. Last year, a woman from New York who thought she was investing her life savings in Heughan's whiskey brand Sassenach Spirits was scammed out of almost $40,000. A Florida nurse who was 56 years old and thought she was dating an actor online also lost about $40,000 over the course of 2 years. She said she started talking to Sam online after entering a contest to win a date with the Outlander star. The Sam I was talking to started putting a picture of Sam and the screen name Sammy Rowland on his profile, the woman told Hello magazine. Rowland is Sam's middle name, and he said he was going by that name because he didn't want anyone to know it was the real Sam. We talked on Google Hangouts and feelings grew between us. He would send me beautiful cards and notes that he wrote by hand. I thought we were in a relationship, but we never spoke on the phone. He was always busy." Suspect starts on Channel 4 on Sunday, June 19th. Season 7 of Outlander will start on Starz in late 2022 or early 2023. Finally, as a bonus, one movie made up for Outlander Sam Heughan's failed James Bond audition. Sam Heughan didn't get the part of James Bond in the 2006 Casino Royale, but SAS Red Notice gave him a chance to show off his action hero skills. When it was clear that Pierce Brosnan wouldn't be back as James Bond for Casino Royale, people came up with names like Clive Owen and Henry Cavill. Even though Daniel Craig was a well-known character actor, the news that he would play the part came as a big surprise. He was, however, the top choice of the producers, and after 5 hugely successful James Bond movies and Craig being considered one of the best actors to play 007, it's fair to say their gamble paid off. Another performer who auditioned for Casino Royale is Scottish actor Sam Heughan. In his memoir, Waypoints: My Scottish Journey, he wrote that he had a secret audition for the movie, but after Craig got the part, he was told he wasn't edgy enough for Bond. In the 2021 movie SAS Red Notice, also called Rise of the Black Swan, he played a charming but deadly SAS operator who has to kill terrorists in the Channel Tunnel. The film itself is lacking, but an older Heughan proved he had both the humor and edge to play such a role, especially with his ending fight against Ruby Rose's villain. Craig left the role of James Bond after No Time to Die.
You have all the time in the world.
So there's always a chance that the role could go back to Heughan. He said during his Casino Royale audition that he probably wasn't ready for it, but now that he has more experience, like with SAS Red Notice, he can handle the requirement. Well, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time, cheers.